Hey, bonjour français 3. Got a short one for you today, but let's do a little bit more with our reflexive verbs. On y va? Super bien, class. Quick recap of what we did in our last video, and that was la routine quotidienne. What are things that you do on a daily basis? For example, le matin, je me lève à 5h30. Je me lave et je me brosse les dents. Oui? Très facile. Je me brosse les dents. Puis, je prends le petit déjeuner. Of course, now I'm thinking, should I eat my breakfast first and then brush my teeth? Discuss amongst yourselves. Je prends le petit déjeuner et je me prépare pour aller à l'école. Après l'école, qu'est-ce que tu fais? Moi, je me repose et je fais mes devoirs. N'est-ce pas? Et finalement, je me couche vers 10 heures et je m'endors. Très bien. Voici la routine quotidienne avec beaucoup de verbes réfléchis. Mais, qu'est-ce que tu as fait hier pour se préparer le matin? Qu'est-ce que tu as fait hier après l'école et à la fin de la journée? On verra. Le matin, voilà, je me suis levé à 5h30. Je me suis lavé. Je me suis brossé les dents. Hier, yesterday. Je me suis levé, je me suis lavé et je me suis brossé les dents. We're putting these verbs into the passé composé. Knowing what you know about the passé composé. Helping verb, past participle. What are you noticing about reflexive verbs? Keep watching. Puis, j'ai pris le petit déjeuner. Passé composé. Je me suis préparé. Après l'école, hier, je me suis reposé et j'ai fait mes devoirs. Finalement, je me suis couché vers 10 heures. Again, not all of these are reflexive verbs, but the ones that are les verbes réfléchis, how do you put them into the passé composé? If you guessed that reflexive verbs are être verbs au passé composé, woohoo! Gagné! Réussi! You got it. I feel like we did some of this in French too, but if it looks all brand new to you, don't worry. We're going to get you there this week. And I have to scroll through this whole thing until I get to se laver au passé. So, when you want to conjugate these reflexive verbs au passé composé, you use être instead of avoir as your helping verb. The past participle is just the past participle. Notice laver is a regular ER verb, so you just change that ending to an E with an accent aigu. Now, did you see that on the previous page, I also was adding an extra E occasionally? Why is that? With reflexive verbs and any être verbs, like the Van der Tramp verbs, since you're doing it to yourself, there's going to be agreement. So these être verbs do the same thing that the Van der Tramp verbs do. If you're talking about yourself and you are feminine, you add an extra E. If you're talking about someone else and she is feminine, you add an extra E. And if you're talking about more than one person, what are you going to add to the end? Extra S. Let's take a look at how se laver is conjugated completely au passé composé. Je me suis lavé. Tu t'es lavé. Now, whoa, back up a second. What's this T? What is this T apostrophe? It's the reflexive pronoun, te. But you can't say tu t'es lavé, right? So you have to make it a T apostrophe. So it's just tu te, but it becomes tu t'es lavé. Same thing is going to happen with il, because it's il se, but then the conjugation of être, the helping verb, is a. So instead of that, it becomes an S apostrophe. Il s'est lavé. Same thing with elle. Elle s'est lavé. And because this is an être verb au passé composé, add that E. Très bien. Let's go over here to nous. What's the reflexive pronoun for nous? Je me, tu te, il se, nous. Nous. You got it. Laver. Now, nous is by nature always plural because nous means us. So what do we have to add at the end? C'est bon, an S. But what if it was you, a girl, and all of your friends who are girls? Then you would add an ES to make it both feminine and plural. Just FYI. Let's do vous. Vous lavez, accent aigu. Vous can be feminine. It can be plural, but it doesn't have to be because vous could just be vous, monsieur le directeur. You could be talking to one man to whom you are showing extra respect. So that depends. So I like to put an S in parentheses, an ES in parentheses, just to remind myself that vous could go a lot of different ways. This one, though, is always plural. Ils se sont lavés. Okay, class, and as I'm doing this right now, I'm 7 minutes into the video and I don't want to start over with the video. So what is the big mistake that I made with nous and vous? I forgot the helping verb. I forgot être. Let's fix it. Nous nous sommes lavés. Oh là là. Vous vous êtes lavés. Zut alors. Ils se sont lavés. Well, we're only human. We're all learning as we go, right? Let's do the last one and get it right. Elles se sont lavées, extra ES, because elle is plural. Et voilà. One more time, these reflexive verbs in the passé composé. Yesterday, I washed. Je me suis lavé. Tu t'es lavé. Il s'est lavé. Elle s'est lavée. Nous nous sommes lavés. Vous vous êtes lavés. Ils se sont lavés. Et elles se sont lavées. Whew! I made it, even with quelques petites erreurs. We fixed them. We're good to go for this week with the passé composé of reflexive verbs. At least I hope we are. Class, thanks for joining me here with this video. Hope it helps as we work through this week and as you review. And I'll see you in class. Merci. Au revoir.